Hey everyone, and welcome to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan, and with me today is Sarah to talk all things tech.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be here.
Today, we're going to do a deep dive on OLED TVs.
Okay, sounds fun.
We're looking at the Samsung S95D and the Sony Bravia 8.
Two of the best out there.
We've got tons of info to help you figure out which one's right for you. Amazon reviews, tech specs, you name it.
Awesome. So, the Samsung S95D, where do we even begin with this thing?
Well, first off, it's OLED. Those pixels light up individually.
Right. Pure blacks, yeah.
Amazing contrast, colors that just pop.
And Samsung's going on and on about their Pantone-validated colors.
Yeah, they've been calibrated to meet professional standards.
Fancy way of saying they should look really good.
Like having a Hollywood colorist fine-tune your TV.
Exactly. And people are raving about how this TV handles glare.
It's got this anti-glare tech that's supposed to be incredible, especially in bright rooms.
Yeah, reviewers are saying it's a game changer, no more squinting at the screen.
Sounds pretty amazing.
It does, but not everything's perfect, right?
Right. There were some comments about the software.
Yeah, Samsung's Tizen OS. A few people found it a bit clunky.
Especially for switching between inputs, like your game console or streaming stick.
And the One Connect cables, those are the ones that connect to the separate box with all the ports. Some people said they're a bit short.
Ah, so that could limit placement options?
Yeah, potentially.
Okay, good to know. Now, on to the Sony Bravia 8. Another OLED TV. Over 8 million self-lit pixels.
And Sony's pushing their XR Triluminos Pro color tech pretty hard.
What does that even mean?
It's like they took a regular color palette and just injected it with a million more colors.
So basically, it should look incredibly vibrant and realistic.
Exactly. And get this, the Bravia 8 uses something called Acoustic Surface Audio plus Prut.
Interesting name. What's that about?
Instead of having traditional speakers,
Yeah.
the entire screen vibrates to create the sound.
Wait, so the TV itself is the speaker?
Yep, pretty wild.
That's crazy. And how's the sound quality?
Reviews are kind of mixed. Some people thought it was decent. Others said you'll probably want a sound bar for that extra oomph.
Yeah, I mean, can't expect a vibrating screen to replace a full surround sound system.
Probably not. And while most people said it was easy to set up, there were a few complaints about bloatware.
Oh, those pre-installed apps you never use.
Exactly. And, with any new tech, there are always a few people who get a defective unit.
Hopefully not a widespread issue.
Fingers crossed.
So we've got two amazing OLED TVs here, both with incredible visuals.
Yeah, but I'm guessing there are some differences that'll make one better for certain people.
Absolutely. Let's start with picture quality. S95D seems to be the winner if you're fighting glare.
Right. But the Bravia 8 is getting praised for those super rich natural colors.
Thanks to XR Triluminos Pro. And then there's audio. The S95D has Dolby Atmos.
An object tracking sound plus screen that's supposed to create this 3D audio experience. Like you've got speakers all around you.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Then we have the Bravia 8 where the screen is the speaker.
Two very different approaches.
Definitely comes down to personal preference. And for gamers, the S95D has a 144 Hz refresh rate. Super smooth motion.
But the Bravia 8 has features just for PlayStation 5.
Like auto HDR tuning and genre-specific picture settings. So if you're a PS5 fan,
That might be a big selling point.
for sure. And then there's the smart TV stuff. The S95D uses Tizen OS, which some people found a little complicated.
Right. And the Bravia 8 has Google TV, which a lot of people are familiar with already.
And of course, the price. The Samsung S95D is usually a bit more expensive.
Yeah. So you've got to weigh your budget against the features you absolutely need.
So far, sounds like S95D for bright rooms and serious gamers.
And Bravia 8 for PS5 fans and those who want the best colors. Well, the S95D has this thing called the Real Depth Enhancer.
Real depth enhancer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Basically, it uses AI to analyze the picture and boost contrast in certain spots.
To do what? Make it look more 3D?
Exactly, like tricking your brain into seeing more depth. It's supposed to mimic how our eyes work.
So it's not actually 3D, but it makes the picture feel more realistic.
Right. Imagine watching a nature documentary and feeling like you could reach out and touch the leaves.
That's pretty wild. And speaking of immersive experiences, we've got to talk more about that audio.
Yeah.
We mentioned Dolby Atmos on the S95D, but what's the big deal?
Oh man, Dolby Atmos is like the ultimate surround sound. You know how in movies when there's a helicopter, it actually sounds like it's flying overhead? Or a thunderstorm rumbling all around you?
Yeah.
That's what Atmos tries to do.
Sounds pretty intense. And the S95D combines that with object tracking sound plus WAD.
Yeah, it's like having a dedicated sound engineer following the action on screen.
So, like, if a car's racing across the screen, the sound moves with it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Super realistic.
pretty cool. But the Bravia 8 has that whole screen as a speaker thing, right?
Yep, acoustic surface audio plus really unique concept. The whole screen vibrates to make the sound, so it's coming directly from the picture. Like if someone's talking on the left side of the screen, you'll hear their voice from that exact spot.
I wonder how that compares to a soundbar or a full surround sound setup. Does it create a wide soundstage?
That's a good question. It's definitely more immersive in the sense that the sound's coming right from the image, but I doubt it has the same oomph as dedicated speakers.
Yeah, probably not.
But hey, both TVs let you hook up external sound systems if you want to go all out.
True, true. Okay, so we've talked picture quality, sound. What about the software that runs these things, the operating systems? S95D has Samsung's Tizen OS, and the Bravia 8 runs on Google TV. What are the main differences there?
So Tizen is Samsung's own thing. It's known for being pretty sleek and easy to use, but some folks find it kind of complicated.
Especially when it comes to managing all your inputs, right?
Yeah, if you're constantly switching between your cable box and your gaming console and your streaming stick, it can get a little messy.
And Google TV is, well, it's Google.
Right, you get that familiar Android interface, access to tons of apps, easy integration with other Google stuff.
It's like having a giant Android tablet in your living room.
Yeah,
You can use voice commands, search across all your streaming apps, even control your smart home.
exactly. But one thing I saw people mentioning in the reviews is bloatware. Pre-installed apps you can't get rid of.
Is that a problem with Google TV?
It can be. A Google TV itself is pretty clean, but sometimes manufacturers add their own layer of apps on top, which clutters things up.
It's like buying a new phone and it comes preloaded with a bunch of junk you never asked for.
Yep, exactly.
So something to watch out for. Speaking of things running smoothly, how do these TVs handle all the demands of, modern life? 4K streaming, upscaling low-resolution content, all those fancy picture and sound enhancements. That's a lot of processing power.
Oh, for sure. The S95D uses Samsung's NQ4 Gen 2 processor, which is supposed to handle all that without breaking a sweat.
And what about the Bravia 8?
It's got the Cognitive Processor XR. Basically, it's like having a supercomputer in your TV. It analyzes what you're watching and optimizes the picture and sound on the fly.
Wow. So these aren't just TVs anymore, they're practically computers.
Pretty much.
And speaking of processing power, how do they handle gaming? We talked about the S95D having that 144 hertz refresh rate. That's a big deal for gamers who want the smoothest experience.
Yeah, 144 frames per second, no motion blur, everything's super crisp.
But if you're mostly a PlayStation 5 gamer, the Bravia 8 might have an edge.
Right. It's got features designed specifically for the PS5, like auto HDR tone mapping, which basically optimizes the HDR settings for your console.
And it has that auto-genre picture mode. So it switches picture settings automatically depending on what you're doing.
Playing a game, boom, optimized for speed. Watching a movie, bam. Best cinematic experience. It's pretty smart.
Like it knows what you want before you do.
Exactly. And we can't forget about the overall design, right? Your TV is going to be front and center in your living room, so it's got to look good.
Yeah, you don't want an eyesore.
Luckily, both the S95D and the Bravia 8 have that sleek, modern look. Super thin bezels.
All about maximizing screen real estate.
And they both come with different stand options, so you can pick what works best for your setup.
Central stand, feet at each end, wall mounting. You've got options.
Exactly. So no matter your style, you can make these TVs look great in your home. I think we've covered almost everything. Picture quality, sound, smart features, gaming.
And we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. Compared the strengths and weaknesses, talked about Tizen OS versus Google TV, explored those AI-powered enhancements.
We really went deep.
But most importantly, hopefully we've given you the info you need to decide which TV is right for you.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about finding the TV that fits your needs and what you're looking for. A glare-free screen, vibrant colors, immersive sound, smart features.
There is an OLED TV out there for everyone. So go explore the world of OLED and experience the future of home entertainment. And hey, before you go, be sure to check out the links in the description for the latest prices and deals on both the Samsung S95D and the Sony Bravia 8. We keep those updated so you can always find the best deals. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of OLED TVs, be sure to subscribe to Tech Talk Central for more in-depth analyses of the latest tech. We're here to help you navigate the ever-changing world of gadgets and gizmos. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep exploring the world of tech.